Chapter 2, Lesson 1, working on ordering pairs. Today we're going to work on defining and evaluating a function. A lot of what we work on today is taking a word problem, creating a formula that will fit several different scenarios so that we can use that formula consistently throughout. So this first example is about a company that makes team uniforms for a soccer team, and there's a one-time charge for artwork that's $20, and then they pay an additional $10 per jersey. So if Dominic's team has 14 players, what's the cost of Dominic's team? Like, what's it going to cost for his team to have jerseys made? So every single team is going to have a $20 one-time fee. There's no dependency on if there's one player, or if there's 30 players, or if there's 100 players. You always pay a one-time fee of $20. Then after that, you're going to pay $10 per jersey. So we could say 20 plus 10 times J, which J might represent number of jerseys, and then we could say T, this all equals T, which would be total cost. So if Dominic's team has 14 players, we would substitute 14 in for J, so that would look like 20 plus 10 times 14. And then you would simply just do 10 times 14, which is 140, plus 20 gives you a total bill of $160. So Dominic's team would pay $160. His ordered pair would be 14, 160. So an ordered pair is in the form of X, Y. In this case, we have X being J, and we have Y being T. So the ordered pair would be 14, 160. Now for Alyssa's team has 12 players. So we're going to use the same formula of 20 plus 10 times how many jerseys she has. Well, she has 12 players, so we're multiplying by 12. So 10 times 12 gives me 120, plus the $20 artwork fee gives me a total for 140. So Alyssa's team would pay $140. Her ordered pair would be number of players, which is 12, and then comma total cost, which is 140. So 12, 140. You might also see this in the form of a table. So again, we're using that exact same formula where Y is equal to $20 for the artwork plus $10 per jersey. So we'll call per jersey X. So the question is what will my total cost be if we have 8, or if we have 24, or if we have 30 players on the team? So we're going to have a different cost per number of players. So in this first one, if we have 8 players, we would do 20 plus 10 times 8. So 10 times 8 is 80, plus 20 gives me 100. So the ordered pair would be 8, 100. On the second one, we have 24 players. So again, we pay $20 for the artwork, but then we pay $10 per jersey. And since there are 24 jerseys, we're going to do 24 times 10, which is 240, plus 20 gives us 260. So the ordered pair here would be 24, 260. And then the last one, we have 30 players. So $20 for the artwork, plus 10 per jersey, and we have 30 jerseys. So 10 times 30 is 300, plus 20 gives us 320 for Y, total cost. So then our ordered pair would be 30, 320. All right, so what about just different situations on, does this ordered pair fit the equation? So if our equation is Y equals 2X plus 3, we're going to take the X out, we're going to take the Y out. And we know that ordered pairs are always in the form of X, Y. So my 3 is my X, my 10 is my Y. So I'm going to put 10 in for Y, I'm going to put 3 in for X, it's 2 times X, so it's 2 times 3 plus 10. Well, we know 2 times 3 is 6, 6 I'm sorry, I put that in the wrong spot. This should have been plus 4. Sorry about that. So we have 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. So yes, that's a true statement. The next one, 4 is x, 11 is y. So we're going to put 11 in for y. We're going to put 4 in for x. And then we always have plus 4 at the end. Well, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. But this is saying it would be 11. So we know that is not an ordered pair that works for this equation. It doesn't matter if your numbers are positive or if they're negative. We have a negative 2 for y. We have 2 times what x is negative 3, and then plus 4. Well, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2, and that's exactly what it says it was. So we have a good solution, a yes solution. And then the last one, we're going to put negative 2 in for y. We're going to do 2 times x is negative 1 plus 4. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Plus 4 is positive 2, but they're saying it should have been negative 2 if that ordered pair would work. So because that's not a true statement, we would say no, that ordered pair does not work. So making your own table, if you want to make your own table, so in this situation, they give us the equation of y equals 8 times x. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the x out, and whatever x is, we're going to put it inside the parentheses there. So this is telling us that x could be 1, it could be 2, 3, or 4. So when we create a table, because it tells us that the x values are 1, 2, 3, and 4, then we know that when we fill out our table, in the x column, we want 1, we want 2, we want 3, and 4. So if x is 1, we're going to do 8 times 1. Our y value is the answer, so 8 times 1 is 8. Our ordered pair is in the form of x comma y. So x was 1, y was 8. So my ordered pair is 1 comma 8. We'll do the same thing for when x is 2. We'll do 8 times 2. Well, 8 times 2 is 16. So then my ordered pair would be 2 because that's my x value, and 16 because that was my answer, my y value. We'll do it for 3 and we'll do it for 4. So we'll have 8 times 3 gives us 24. Therefore, our ordered pair is 3 comma 24. We'll do it for 4. 8 times 4 is 32. So my ordered pair would be 4 comma 32. So making a table, when you make a table, you want to make sure that you have all of these columns here. You have a column for x. You have a column for what the operation is telling you to do. You have a column for y, and then lastly, you have your goal, which is to figure out what the ordered pair is in the form of x comma y. So go ahead and pause this. I want you to fill out this table based on this situation of 4m minus 3. And I'll help you get started. The first thing I want you to do is put negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, and negative 1 in the column for x. So go ahead and pause, fill this out, and then hit play. What you may have noticed in this problem is the variables weren't x and y, but what you have to remember is y is always in the place of what is your answer to the solution. So y is our n, and our x, in this case, would have been our m. So your ordered pairs should have been negative 4 comma negative 19, negative 3 comma negative 15, negative 2 comma negative 11, and negative 1 comma negative 7. Now this last one, I was told that I was way under in price for this, so bear with me if you are a dancer, but a dance studio recently opened up in Marion, Iowa. The dance studio charges a one-time fee of $250. The dance studio also charges a monthly fee of $85. So create an equation that you could use to substitute in several different situations. So because our one-time fee is $250, we know we're going to have $250 by itself. And you're going to add in the monthly fee, but because we might have 1 month, or we might have 2 months or 3 months, we need to put 85 times x, and x would represent number of months that you stay with the dance studio. And then all of that equals your Y, which is your total cost. So right now I want you to figure out what would the ordered pair be for 3 months, for 5 months, for 8 months, or for 1 year. So go ahead and pause it, figure out your ordered pair. So in the form of X, comma, Y. So your first ordered pair is going to start off as 3, comma, something. So your ordered pairs should have been 3, comma, 505, which means after 3 months you've paid a total of $505. Your next one for 5 months would have been 5, comma, 675. So after 5 months you've paid a total of $675. After 8 months you've paid $930. And then your last ordered pair would be 12, comma, 1,270, meaning after 12 months, in total, you've paid $1,270. Now the next question is would you pay $1,015 for 9 months? So simply do 85 times 9 and then add 250. If your answer is 1,015, then yes, you would pay 1,015. And when I do that calculation, yes, I would get $1,015. So my answer here is yes. And then the last question is would this ordered pair work? Well, what does that ordered pair mean? It first means, because 2 is in the X column, that it's saying 2 months. So in 2 months, would you pay $400? Well, if you substitute 2 into 80 for X, and you multiply 2 times 85, then you add your initial fee of $250, you actually get $420. So this would not work as an ordered pair to represent that situation. All right, what I would like for you to do next is take a look at what the homework is on the board, and your job is to work on today's homework. Please let Mrs. Tompkins or let me know if you have any questions and if you need help with setup or anything like that. But when you do have to create a table, make sure that you create a table where you have a column for X values, you have a column for your work, you have a column for your Y value, and then lastly, you have a column for your ordered pairs. Again, let me know if you have questions.